Good afternoon. It's not even afternoon yet. It is Wednesday at 11, almost 11 o'clock, 10:45 p.m. A.m. Boy, my brain is going nuts. It is post-party. Jeri and all the girls are out of the house. Sharon was taken to the airport to go home yesterday evening. Lisa is basically staying here for an unknown amount of time. Jeri and her are going to road trip down to Texas. Due to my new job, she's going to have to come back on her own by herself, basically, which she can do. She doesn't like doing. I really need to get some glass cleaner. They are out right now. They've gone to St. Louis. Her sisters, Janie and Alicia, are heading back this morning. Then Lisa and Jeri's going to spend some time in town in St. Louis because Mom's flight back got delayed, so she's not leaving Chicago's O'Hare Airport until 1:30 because of flight delays leaving Dayton to O'Hare. So she had to get her. So Mom's flight has gotten delayed. So Jeri and Lisa are going to spend some time in St. Louis. So that leaves me home to basically do some after party cleaning and arranging and getting Mom's room back to the way Mom likes it, or at least getting it to a point where we can set up the bed and whatnot to Mom's liking. I goofed up. I'll be honest, I goofed up. I thought I did Mom's bed linens before Alicia got here. No, I didn't. They were in Mom's laundry basket where Mom had put them. So they're in the wash now. They should be done by the time Mom gets here sometime after 3. I am cleaning the house up, doing what I can to do that, and at the same time relaxing. Now, a lot of you on yesterday's comments, or my comments about my new job, was to take the one with the benefits, and it was back and forth. I'm gonna be honest with you. As much as I would desire a management position for Wendy's and Dickey's Barbecue is about the same amount of pay, $9.45 to $10 an hour, full time with benefits. Both of them have benefits. Now, I double checked my application and whatnot for Dickey's, and it says on there crew/lead. So does that mean I'm going to be trained to be a shift lead or something like that? I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. I'm not pushing for management. When I filled out the application for assistant manager at Wendy's, I was thinking, I know Wendy's, I know fast food, I can handle that. Then I started thinking about all the headaches from my past jobs as a shift manager, assistant manager type person, and went, no, I don't want that stress. I don't want that headache. I don't want to be the person that, because I live not even 10 minutes away from Wendy's, probably 5 minutes at the most, 10 minutes with heavy traffic, depending on one thing or another. I just went, no, I really don't want to do that. I don't want the stress. I've got enough of it as is. I don't want the headaches because of if they can't get a hold of the actual manager, I'm the assistant manager, they have to get a hold of me. No, I really don't want that. Jeri did make a point, and a good point. And basically what she said was, go ahead and give Wendy's a call, talk to them, see what they're offering, see what they're going to do. See if it is more money, even though according to the advertisement it's not. It's the same. And make a decision. Well, not that I don't want to call them, and not that they didn't call me back again today. Excuse me. I'm kind of like looking at this situation going, you know what? I want a job that sounds fun. It's not gonna be a headache. That in factor, last time I was offered a system management position and took it, um, let's just say I got screwed. You know, um, manager brought me in, did the interview, said that they were going to train me to be the assistant manager, but at the starting point, I was just going to be labeled as a crew member, and she quit. And I guess she didn't put anything in on paperwork or anything like that saying to what she basically told me verbally. So I kind of got, yeah, don't want that to happen again. I'm tired of getting jobs where they make promises and they never fulfill the promise. It's bad business in my book. So, you know, I'm gonna stick with Dickies. I'm gonna stick with it. I mean, I've done just about everything you can do for food service. I've done register. I've done prep. I've done cooking. I've done sandwich making. You know, done dishes, done cleaning, you know, I've done it all when it comes to food service. Been a overnight manager for Burger King. Was just a hair's breadth away from being a shift lead for Taco Bell. Was a manager for a delicatessen in New York. I've been at just about every level that food service can offer, and I'm happy. I've got all that experience and all that knowledge underneath my belt. So if I call Wendy's back and I say, yeah, we're going to bring you in as an assistant manager, we're going to train you to be the assistant manager, you're not going to have to go through the process of going and doing every step. I might go over there and say, okay, let's go. But I really think Dickies is going to be my last official job. Let's just put it this way. Thanks to you guys, within the last been a week, 2 weeks since I hit 1,000 and I started doing monetization and whatnot. I've already earned $20 in 2 weeks. Now, that might not seem like a lot to some people, but when there's a learning curve and you're trying to work with a system that you don't know, and you're trying to do it properly in the way they want you to do it, $20 in this particular field, in such a short period of time, according to Jeri is, well, it's better than what she did, better than what happened for her. And I'm not saying I'm better than her. I'm just saying that my content is different than hers. And I guess my content, because I'm not trying to do a craft or anything like that, my content is just basically off the cuff, from the heart, from the gut. There's no script, there's no schedule, there's no, let me teach you how to make. No. I do what I do because I enjoy it. Yes, I've done cooking videos, and a lot of people have said, let's do more cooking videos. I've done Bible reads or Bible-based stuff, and people are happy about that. I found that the one specific thing that a lot of people don't like is political. That's fine. I'm not a political person. I don't have to do with politics. As far as I'm concerned, it's not that important to me. And if it's not that important to me, why put it on my channel? The other thing that I've learned to basically stay away from is, I don't want to call it work bashing, but I guess the negative aspect of talking about my job or jobs had a lot of negative comments and a lot of negative rebound, basically. So I'm do my best to stay away from that. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, Jeri and the girls are in New York dropping off Jeri's sisters and waiting for mom's plane to come in, because if mom's plane isn't leaving O'Hare until 1:30, she might not get to St. Louis until 2:30, 3 o'clock, which means they probably won't be back here until 5, 6, somewhere, If mom gets to St. Louis and picked up by 3:30, they probably won't be back here until like 5:36, because it's a good hour and a half drive. But it's in the middle of the week, 5 o'clock. So it might be a little bit longer. It might be closer to 2 hours due to traffic. Because they are literally in, I wouldn't say the heart of St. Louis, but they are in the middle of a lot of business districts. So getting from St. Louis Airport from Lambert Airport, not St. Louis, Lambert Airport to Rolla, even on the highway, because the highways can be traffic jam galore due to all the different people coming and going from St. Louis, because there's the people who work in St. Louis but live in St. Louis County. There are people who work in St. Louis County that live in St. Louis. Now, what I mean by St. Louis County is the surrounding area of St. Louis, which includes Eureka and Washington, Missouri, are in St. Louis County, and a lot of people work in those areas but live in town, or vice versa. Some of them work out, like Eureka has Six Flags and a lot of different like amusement and attractions, as well as various types of construction businesses and landscaping businesses and that kind of thing, where people work but live in town or in the city. And then there are people who live out in like Eureka and Washington that go into St. Louis because they work the medical departments, the legal departments, the police departments, the various inner city stuff. So that area can be like, we have an area that we have to pass through when coming to and from St. Louis. That is what we call the Spaghetti Bowl, because it's a lot of overpasses, underpasses, interstate changes, various changes for different highways and byways, and that kind of stuff. Nothing as chaotic or weird as LA. I've seen aerial views of LA and went, yeah, no. And you wonder why people from LA have road rage. I get road rage from just around here because of the way people drive. Really? Really? My light just turned green. You sat there for 10, 50, however long it takes for the light to change, and then you want to get out in front of me as I'm trying to move forward and drive 10 to 15 miles slower than the speed limit. That drives me nuts. That's just one of the different things I have to deal with around here. But all in all, things are going good. Jerianne had, according to her, I'll take her word for it, had a really good birthday party, and I'm happy she had a good birthday. I'm excited and nervous about my job. Let me go back to my job. Not that I don't want to talk about Jerianne, but this is supposed to be about me. It don't matter. I talk about everybody. I'm nervous and excited about starting the new job. The reasons why? Well, it's a new chapter in my life. It's granted, I've worked burger joints, I've worked Taco Bell, I've worked delis. I've never worked in an actual barbecue restaurant. Now, I have worked in the barbecue pit, or the smokehouse as we call it, over at Price Chopper when I was working there. So I know how to coat a brisket, shape a brisket, get it ready for the smoker, put it in the smoker, let it cook, pull it out, shred it, prep it, make a pulled pork sandwich. I've done ribs, I've done chicken parts and mostly chicken parts. We've done a couple whole roasters, so I've done actual whole chicken as well in the smoker at Price Chopper. But we're talking about making the meat, chopping the meat, prepping the meat, serving the meat, doing the sides. I don't know if they're sides like the potato salad and coleslaw and beans and the other different sides that they have. I don't know if they're pre-made that all we have to do is reconstitute them or remake them, or if they're fresh made there in the store. Now, their coleslaw, I have a feeling, is pre-made because it's not shredded. It's like, it's like minced or like little itty bitty tidbits of cabbage. To me, that's a pre-made, factory done coleslaw that they ship to us or ship to the stores, because it reminds me of the same coleslaw we had at Price Chopper. But I'm anxious, I'm excited, I'm a little nervous. The reason why I'm a little nervous is one of the things that they were talking to me about on the interview was working the block, which is basically where they chop their meat. And they're talking about, literally chopping up brisket to make chopped brisket. And I'm like, I'm not afraid of knives, but I will definitely say that I'm not one of these people who is a speed demon. When it comes to the knives and whatnot, I am like the most cautious, paranoid person ever, because you cut yourself with a food prep knife in the middle of food prepping. The knife now is contaminated. Basically, anything that you were working with is contaminated and has to be discarded. I'm not one for doing that. It really makes me, I guess, super cautious. Now, if they do the right thing and they have all the right safety equipment, which includes the specialized mesh gloves that you're supposed to wear while dealing with knives and whatnot in a restaurant setting. I worked with those gloves, and those gloves are great. I mean, you can wear a pair of these specialized gloves and you can pull the blade across your hand or rake it across your knuckles. It's not going to cut you. Just don't go trying to poke, because if you go poking at it, it will end up hitting your skin. And yeah. So it's a bird tail. Seeing this weird thing sticking up over squirrel moment. Sorry. Little bird out there with his tail higher than the ground, so you can just see his tail flicking. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and continue with cleaning up and picking up as much as I can and dealing with what I can without breaking something or getting frustrated, because I'm not sure what to do with it. Sorry, I was getting cotton mouth. So, yes, that was a soda, my first soda of the day. I'm gonna go ahead. Bird. Sorry, squirrel, bird, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Oh no, I'm not gonna sign off. Just give me another minute. As long as it doesn't go over 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I'll be fine. One of the decisions I have You know what? I'm gonna card this conversation. Just remind me in the comments box. I am turning over a new leaf for a healthier lifestyle and diet and whatnot. Ask me in the comments, and I'll try to make a video on explanation and why and how and what. So I will sign off. I'll just leave you with that last tidbit of teaser information. Oh, it's a mockingbird that I'm seeing. Sorry. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Questions, comments, reminders about my diet, my trying to go into a better, healthier lifestyle in the comment box, and I will create a new video or do a new video or another video about all that. So go ahead and leave that information or those questions in the comment box. If you're new to my channel and you choose to subscribe and listen to my insane brain talk, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Little bell will pop up. You click on that bell, and YouTube will notify you about my latest videos. And all of a sudden, I can't talk. I don't know why. I'm going crazy. Until next time, God bless. Have a good day. Bye.